Hi guys, let's start part number 3 of test number 29 UPSC 2021 Prelims test series from Vision IAS. So question number 51. Ranbir Singh Committee was recently constituted in the context of option A, regulation of over-the-top, that is OTT media services. This is incorrect. Option B, the revival of the economy after COVID slowdown. This is also incorrect. Option C, regulation of cryptocurrency in India. This is incorrect. Option D, reforms in criminal law. This is correct. So option D is the correct answer. Now let's come to question number 52. Consider the following statements with reference to the Bureau of Indian Standards, that is BIS. Statement 1. The Bureau consists of members from both central and state government. This is correct. Statement 2. It works under the aegis of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. This is incorrect. The Bureau of Indian Standards, that is BIS, is the national standards body of India working under the aegis of the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Government of India. So it is not Ministry of Commerce and Industry, but it is the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? So the correct answer is option A, that is one only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 53. Which of the following provisions of the Constitution of India help the courts in examining and determining the constitutional validity of a law? Number 1, fundamental rights. Correct. Number 2, the directive principle of state policy. This is also correct. Number 3, fundamental duties. It's correct. Number 4, preamble. This is also correct. Select the correct answer using the code given below. So the correct answer is option D, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 54. Consider the following statements regarding Anushilan Samiti. So regarding Anushilan Samiti. Statement 1. The Dhaka Anushilan and the Jugantar. So the Dhaka Anushilan and the Jugantar were overshoot. So they are the branches, secret organizations from a single parent body founded by Pramotha Mittar. So they were founded by Pramotha Mittar. This is correct. Statement 2. Dhaka Anushilan Samiti was responsible for the Bara dacoity. This is correct. Which of these statements given above is or are correct? So the correct answer is option C, that is both 1 and 2. Now let's come to question number 55. Which of the following statements about permafrost are correct? Statement 1. There is approximately twice as much carbon in permafrost than is currently in the Earth's atmosphere. This is correct. There is twice as much carbon in permafrost. This is true. Number 2. Thawing of permafrost may lead to an outbreak of bacterial and viral diseases. This is also correct. Statement 3. Thawing of permafrost can damage houses, roads, gas pipelines and other infrastructure. This is also correct. Select the correct answer using the code given below. So the correct answer is option D, that is 1, 2 and 3. Question number 56. Consider the following statements with respect to the Sannyasi rebellion. Statement 1. It took place in Bengal after the Great Famine of 1770. This is correct. Number 2. Participants were originally tribals whose forest-based livelihoods were negatively impacted by the forest laws of the British. This is incorrect. The Bengal famine of 1770 led peasants whose lands were confiscated, displaced jamindars, disbanded soldiers, and poor to come together in a rebellion. They were joined by the sannyasis, who were originally peasants and fakirs. So statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 3. The immediate cause of the rebellion was the restrictions imposed by the British upon pilgrims visiting holy places. This is correct. So, restrictions were being imposed by the British upon pilgrims who were visiting holy places. So, this is also correct. Number 4. Anand Math, a novel by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, is based on the Sannyasi revolt. This is correct. Which of the statements given above are correct? So the correct answer is option C, that is 1, 3 and 4. Now let's come to question number 57. How is the later Vedic period different from the Rig Vedic period? Statement 1. The Rig Vedic Aryans were pastoralists, wherein later Vedic period agriculture became the in the later Vedic period, agriculture became the mainstay of the economy. This is correct. So for Rig Vedic Aryans, there were pastoralists, and for later Vedic people, there were agriculturists. Number 2. Social differentiation in the form of the Varna system was prevalent in both the early and the later Vedic periods. This is incorrect. They were more prevalent in the later Vedic period. The Rig Vedic society was largely an egalitarian society. In the later Vedic period, there was a rise and growth of social differentiation in the form of the Varna system. So statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 3. The early Rig Vedic gods like Indra and Agni lost their importance during the later Vedic period. This is correct. So the Rig Vedic gods, they lost their importance. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option C, that is 1 and 3 only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 58. Question number 58. With reference to the construction and demolition C&D Waste Management Rules 2016, consider the following statements. Statement 1. These rules apply to the waste generated from the construction of new buildings, but not to the repair of any existing buildings. This is correct. The repair, this is also included. So when it says that it's not being included, this is incorrect. These rules shall apply to every waste resulting from construction, remodeling, repair, and demolition of any civil structure of individual or organizations or authority who generates construction and demolition waste, such as building materials, debris, rubble, etc. Statement 2. Defense establishments are exempt. So the defense establishments are exempt from these rules for generating any construction and demolition waste arising from the construction of any civil structure. This is incorrect. There is no exception, so they do not get any exception. So there is no exception granted to defense establishments for generating construction and demolition waste in the construction of a civil structure. Statement 3. As per these rules, Central Pollution Control Board, that is CPCB, shall prepare operational guidelines related to environmental management of construction and demolition waste management. This is correct. So CPCB will prepare operational guidelines. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? So the correct answer is option A, that is 3 only. Now let's come to next question. Question number 59. Consider the following statements regarding the mesenchymal stem cells, that is MSCs. Statement 1. They are adult stem cells which can be isolated from both humans and animals. This is correct. Statement 2. They can be used to make specialized cells found in the skeletal tissues. This is also correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option C, that is both 1 and 2. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 60. Various state governments have proposed private sector reservations in their respective states. In this context, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Bill recommending such reservation must be reserved for the President's approval. This is incorrect. They don't have to be reserved for the President's approval. An ordinance for this purpose, that is for private sector reservations, was approved by Haryana Cabinet in July 2020. And it was reserved by the governor for the consideration of the president, and ultimately it was shelved by the government in October 2020. However, the bill was again moved, and this time it was assented to by the governor without reserving it for the consideration of the president. So statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 2. Supreme Court has kept the reservation to 50% in both public and private sector. This is incorrect. It is only kept for the public sector. The Supreme Court has kept the reservation to 50% in the public sector. The clause providing for preference in jobs to the local candidates domiciled in Haryana can be seen as contravening Article 14 of the Constitution that guarantees equality before the law, and Article 19, Clause 1, Clause G, which provides for the protection of certain rights to practice any profession or to carry on any occupation, trade, or business. So statement 2 is incorrect. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option D, that is neither 1 nor 2. Question number 61. Migration is an important aspect of the lives of many animals. In this context, consider the following pairs. We have type of fish on one side, and on the other side we have the type of migration. The first one is anadromous fish. born in fresh water but migrate into the salt water where they grow into adults. This is correct. Now let's come to number 2, that is Potamodromus fish. So Potamodromus fish, born in salt water but migrate into the fresh water where they grow into adults. This is incorrect. Potamodromus fish, their whole life cycle is in fresh water. Potamodromus fish are born in upstream freshwater habitats, then migrate downstream, which is still in fresh water, and they migrate downstream as juveniles to grow into adults before migrating back upstream to reproduce. So they live their whole lives in fresh water. So statement 2, this one is incorrect. Number 3, Catadromus fish, born in fresh water and migration is also within fresh water. This is incorrect. Catadromus fish, they are born in salt water, so born in salt water, then migrate into fresh water. Then they migrate into fresh water as juveniles, where they grow into adults before migrating back into the ocean to reproduce. So pair number 3 is also incorrect. Which of the pairs given above is or are correctly matched? So the correct answer is option A, that is one only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 62. South Asia Cooperative Environment Program, that is SACEP, and South Asia Wildlife Enforcement Network, that is SAWEN, has been set up for better cooperation in the field of environment and to combat wildlife crime in South Asia respectively. Which of the following countries are members of both these bodies? Number 1, Maldives. This is correct. Number 2, Pakistan. Correct. Number 3, India. Correct. Number 4, Afghanistan. This is also correct. There are in total 8 members. There are 8 members in South Asia Cooperative Environment Program, and there are 8 members in South Asia Wildlife Enforcement Network. They are, the first one is Maldives, Nepal, India, Afghanistan. Then the 5th we have Nepal, 6th we have Bhutan, 7th we have Bangladesh, and 8th we have Sri Lanka. So all the 8 of them, they are members of both these organizations. Select the correct answer using the code given below. So the correct answer is option D, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Question number 63. With reference to the period of the Gupta kingdom in ancient India, the term Bhaga, Hiranya and Udyanga refer to: number A, religious rituals. Incorrect. Number B, measurements of land. Incorrect. Number D, coins of different money value. This is incorrect. Option C, different kinds of taxes. This is correct. So option C is the correct answer. Now let's come to question number 64. Consider the following constitutional post. Number 1, Election Commission of India. Number 2, Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Number 3, Attorney General of India. Number 4, Judges of Supreme Court. Which of the above are mentioned in both the second and third schedule of the Constitution? Okay, so Election Commission of India, no, it's not mentioned. Comptroller and Auditor General of India, yes, it's mentioned. Number 3, Attorney General of India, no, it's not mentioned. Number 4, Judges of Supreme Court, yes, it's mentioned. So the correct answer would be option D, that is 2 and 4 only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 65. Consider the following statements regarding the sittings of the Houses of the Parliament in India. Number 1. A sitting of the Lok Sabha is duly constituted only when it is presided over by the Speaker. No, it is incorrect. It does not have to be only presided by the Speaker. Commencement of a sitting of the House of Parliament is duly constituted when it is presided over by the Speaker or any other member competent to preside over a sitting of the House under the Constitution or the rules of the House. So statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 2. The presence of at least one minister is necessary for constituting a sitting of the House. This is incorrect. Presence of ministers is not necessary for constituting a sitting of the House. So statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 3. The assembly of the two houses of Parliament to hear the President's address constitutes a sitting of the Rajya Sabha. This is incorrect. It does not constitute the sitting of the Rajya Sabha. When members of the two houses of Parliament assemble together to hear the President's address, it does not constitute a sitting of the Rajya Sabha. So statement 3 is incorrect. Which of these statements given above is or are correct? So the correct answer is option D, that is none. Question number 66. Consider the following statements in respect of the International Climate Ambition Summit. Number 1, it was organized and co-hosted by the World Economic Forum and World Wildlife Fund. This is incorrect. It was organized and co-hosted by United Nations, United Kingdom, and France, in partnership with Chile and Italy. So statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 2. It aimed to highlight the achievements of public as well as private agencies towards carbon reduction and enhancing climate finance. This is correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? So the correct answer is option B, that is 2 only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 67. Trade deficit between India and China declined to a 5-year low in 2020. Which of the following are the reasons for the decline in trade deficit? Number 1. Decline in China's export to India. This is correct. Number 2, increase in India's exports to China. This is also correct. Number 3, sharp increase in exports of Indian iron and steel to China. This is also correct. Select the correct answer using the code given below. So the correct answer is option D, that is 1, 2, and 3. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 68. Consider the following statements with reference to the Competition Commission of India. Number 1. It is a statutory body established by the central government to ensure freedom of trade in the markets of India. This is correct. Number 2. It has the power to punish those indulging in anti-competitive practices. This is also correct. Number 3. It can take up suo motu investigation for alleged price cartelization of products. This is also correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option D, that is 1, 2 and 3. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 69. Which of the following were built during the reign of Pallavas? Number 1. Kailashnath Temple at Kanchipuram. This is correct. Number 2. Virupaksha Temple at Pakadakal. This is incorrect. Virupaksha Temple was built by one of the queens of Vikramaditya II, who belonged to Chalukya dynasty. So number 2 is incorrect. Virupaksha Temple. It is not built during the reign of Pallavas. Number 3. Shore Temple at Mamallapuram. This is correct. Number 4. Mandagapattu. So Mandagapattu Rock Cut Temple. This is also correct. Select the correct answer using the code given below. So the correct answer is number C. That is 1, 3 and 4 only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 70. It is a process of inserting of a part of one plant into another in such a way that a union will take place and combination will continue to grow as a single plant. Plum is grown through such a method of plant propagation. Which of the following methods of plant propagation is being described in the above passage? Number A, cutting. No, incorrect. Number B, layering. Incorrect. Number C, budding. Incorrect. Option D, grafting. This is correct. So option D, grafting is the correct answer. Question number 71. With reference to international investment position, that is IIP, consider the following statements. Statement 1. It shows an economy's stock of external financial assets and liabilities at a particular point of time. This is correct. Statement 2. A positive IIP means that the nation is the debtor, and a negative IIP means that it is a creditor. This is correct. This is incorrect. Okay, so the statement is incorrect. A positive IIP says that the nation is the creditor. So positive IIP would mean that the nation is the creditor, and negative IIP says that it is a debtor. So it is a debtor. So this is statement 2 is incorrect. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option A, that is 1 only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 72. This performance is derivative of Kutiyattam. So this performance is a derivative of Kudiyattam, the ancient Sanskrit theatre. The text for this art form is Sri Krishna Charitam, that comprises 217 slokas taken from various scriptures. It starts with a description of Mathura, and culminates with the abduction of Subhadra. It is performed by a single female actor assuming the roles of different characters of the story. Which art form is being described in the passage given above? Option A, Swang. This is incorrect. Option B, Therukuttu. This is incorrect. Number C, Yakshgana. This is also incorrect. Number D, Nangyar Kutu. So number D, Nangyar Kutu. This is correct. Option D, Nangyar Kutu is the correct answer. Now let's come to next question. That is question number 73. Consider the following statements with reference to peatlands. Number 1, they are the largest natural terrestrial carbon store. This is correct. Number 2, peatland accounts for less than 10% of the global land surface. This is correct. Peatland cover 3% of the global land surface. So statement 2 is also correct. Statement 3, they can be classified as wetlands under the Ramsar Convention. This is also correct. Number 4, peatland occurs in every climatic zone. This is also correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option D, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 74. Which of the following statements explain the term equality before law under the Article 14 of Indian Constitution? Statement 1, absence of any special privileges in favor of any person. This is correct. This explains equality before law. Number 2, no person is above the law. This is also correct. Number 3, like should be treated alike without discrimination. This is incorrect. Statement 3, it explains the equal protection of law and not equality before law. So statement 3 is incorrect. Select the correct answer using the code given below. So the correct answer is option A, that is 1 and 2 only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 75. Consider the following pairs. On one side we have type of soil and on the other side we have associated reason. Number 1, alluvial soil. It is found in Piedmont Plains. This is correct. Number 2, laterite soil. It is found in high temperature and heavy rainfall region. This is also correct. Number 3, red soil. It is found in low rainfall region. This is also correct. Which of the pairs given above is or are correctly matched? So the correct answer is option A, that is 1, 2 and 3. That's all guys. Bye.